Deion Sanders is crashing and burning, and guess who's here for it? Your boy. Your boy is here for it. I've been telling you all that this Deion thing would not work. And everybody, oh, it's just hate. You're just a hater. You hate successful black men. And I'm like, I am a successful black man. Why would I hate successful black men? I like things that are built on a firm, steady foundation. I like things that are built to last. And what Deion was doing at Colorado, anybody that's paid attention, anybody that really cares about football, knew that this thing wasn't built on a firm foundation and that it was going to crash and burn. And it looks like we have a chance at Colorado going 3-9. We have a shot. I mean, they have surrendered, 53 points 2 weeks ago to Utah, and then turned back around and let Arizona drop 52 on them this weekend. I think they scored, 53-7 against Utah, and now 52-17 against Arizona. They lose. You know how hard it is to give up 100 points in 2 weeks? Deion Sanders has done it. And it's because Deion Sanders isn't all in. And this whole remaking of football that Deion was going to do, and I'm going to sit at home and recruits are going to come to me because I'm the greatest and everybody wants to play for me. It's crashing and burning. No one really cares. Let's play Deion telling everybody, don't attack anyone but me. Play the clip.
No one will be available tonight. It's on me. Don't attack the coordinators. Come at me. Don't attack the players. Come at me. This is me. This has nothing to do with none of them. It has everything to do with me. Let's go.
Coach, after last week, you kind of said you were dumbfounded. How did that happen? When you look at today, how did tonight happen?
Have no idea. If I knew, I wouldn't have allowed it to happen. It's on me.
I know a coach who didn't lay a good foundation. And you lay a good foundation so that you can survive the adversity. When your team is grounded in true leadership concepts, when there's no racial idolatry in the locker room, when there's no favoritism in the locker room, when there isn't a pecking order, when the coach isn't involved in a million different things and more concerned about doing interviews and hyping himself, when the coach isn't concerned more about Shedeur Sanders and what's going on in Cleveland as opposed to what's going on in his own locker room. Yes, Deion's health is a legitimate excuse. He is not the first head coach to deal with major health issues during the season, during the offseason. But that's why you build a culture, a real one, and a foundation. That's why you don't invite every hip-hop, materialistic, rap fiend, junkie, rapper into your environment and make them a part of your team. The concepts, the radical materialism, the degeneracy that works for a rapper, you want no parts of that in your locker room. And I don't care how many 7-on-7, how many football practices are littered with and lathered in rap music. None of it contributes to a winning environment. Deion built a program on sand. Deion built a program based on his persona, Prime Time. He's run around and called himself Coach Prime, made everyone call him Coach Prime. This isn't a foundation, a bona fide, can survive the rough times foundation that Deion built at Colorado. This is all flash and very little substance, and it's been pandering to the media and the media making excuses for him and hyping him up. It was not built to last. And that's why they're regressing. That's why they're not making any real progress. That's why they're headed to 3-9. That's why they have a shot at being in the basement of the Big 12 once again. And I want to ask all the people that shredded me, and I'm asking this affectionately, and I mean that in all seriousness, because we've all been sports fans. Hey, there was a Kansas City Chiefs team that I was a fan of in, what was it, 1997 or 98, that I ran around like, they're going 16-0. This is a Super Bowl team. Man, they went 7-9, and Marty Schottenheimer got fired. They lost the first week of the season. I've been a fool. I've been a foolish fan. I get it. And so when I say I'm, Joel Klatt, when I call out Joel Klatt's name, I'm doing it with sincere affection. There's nobody in the media I think more highly of than Joel Klatt. When I mention Matt McChesney, and he had a lot to say last year, a lot to say. I do it with affection. I respect the fact that Matt McChesney is a hardcore fan and supporter of the Colorado Buffaloes. That's where he played. I used to be that kind of silly and that kind of a fanatic about Ball State football. And there's been countless times that Ball State football made a fool out of me. But I do want to say to those guys, how you like me now? How you like me now? Deion and what he built was on quicksand. It was never going to last. And both of you guys, Joel Klatt and Matt McChesney, and the rest of you all, you knew it was built on sand. You knew that's not how you build a proper football foundation. And so Colorado, and again, I've seen reports, I think it was someone on CBS Sports, like, hey, man, I don't know if this thing is sustainable. I don't know if there's a future for Deion at Colorado after this season. After boisterous talk, Deion Sanders' Colorado fairy tale coming to a close after consecutive 35-point losses. I don't know if they were both 35-point losses. Did they do the math on that wrong? Maybe not. 53-7. What? Didn't they lose 53-7? Yes. Yeah, that's more than 35 points. That's 45, isn't it? Yeah. 50 or 48 or 46. It's something. 53-7 is a 46-point loss. And then anyway, it's coming to an end. Let me read this. And ultimately, that's the greatest tragedy for the 2025 season for Colorado. They're no longer even entertaining. But now the Colorado fairy tale is over. Reality is coming. And unless Sanders has another superstar family member waiting in the wings, it's hard to see a way out. Deion Sanders was Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter. We coming. Well, they came and now they left. And what do we have? What do we have going on at Colorado? And that whole thing last year, where they go 9-4, overhyped, got lucky. This thing was never built to last. And there will be many of you, well, they only won one game before that, and they'll always have that 9-win season. That's a joke. Hey, shut that door. That is a joke. You don't, anything that only lasts one season, that's not a success story. I'm not a great at math, but let me do this. If you went 4-8 the first year, plus 9-4, isn't that 13-12? I think that's 13-12. If he goes 3-9 this year, that's going to be 15-21. Did I just do that math right? Off the top of my head, that's pretty good. 15-21. That is not a success story. That is a failure, just as I told you. And why Whitlock's a hater? Why is he smiling? He's happy that Deion lost. Hater? No. I'm happy that the approach that Deion took failed. Because we don't need other coaches taking that approach. We don't need that to be the brand of black college football coaches. Everybody cut corners. Everybody invite rappers. Everybody invite racial idolatry into your program. It's not Deion that I dislike. It's the approach. And the approach is unbiblical while Deion calls it biblical. That's what I don't like. Perfectly fine with Deion. Don't like his approach. Would love to see him correct his ways. I don't think he's going to get another shot here at coaching a major football program in college or the pros. But, crazier things have happened. Who knows? I think Deion walks away. He got Shedeur, retired his jersey, had a good season in Colorado, got him drafted in the 5th round. Deion's job is done. He can retire and say, hey, look, I got Shedeur to the NFL. Because that's all this has ever been about. It's never been about he grafted Travis Hunter into the family. But everybody else, all transactional, all about servicing Deion's ego and making Shedeur appear to be some all-time great college football player worthy of having his name put up in the stadium after one good season. Cordell Stewart, I don't think his number's not retired, but they retired Shedeur's. I hope Joe Klatt, Matt McChesney, I say this with love. Was it worth it? Was it worth it? Back in my day when I was more secular, we'd call this the one-pump chump. And no one was ever satisfied by neither the man nor the woman with a one-pump chump. That's what Deion did for the Colorado Buffaloes. One pump. Don't miss a second of Fearless. Hit that like button and subscribe to keep up with our latest content.